Okay, this is the fourth time I failed because, okay, this is the stack from DSS and it has not been auto-stretched. This is the final result of the first couple of processes of background light extraction and color calibration. Very simple. When I first bought Pixinsight, I was intimidated by it, and it took me the 45 days to learn this 5 minutes worth of processing that I can't live without now. The first thing you want to do is do not auto stretch this. Make a duplicate, a clone. You can auto stretch the clone. This allows you to see the image a little better. Now we want to go back to this image. We want to go up here. Oh, first we have to crop it. Dynamic crop. We want to crop the black borders out from stacking. Now we want to zoom in on an area with no stars and choose preview. This is a sampling thing. It's going to tell the difference between the background. Now we're going to take another preview. The background and the light. It's going to sample that. And we don't need to look at those, so we can go. Okay. Now we want to go process color calibration, background neutralization. Now we're going to choose that tiny box of sampling, which is number 2, autosave 2, it's a tiny box, preview 1. And then we just drag this over and process it, or we can click this and process it. Okay, we're done with that. Now we want to go to color calibration and choose color calibration. Now we want to choose our sample number 2 for the light area, the big one, the big box. Now down here we want to choose the small box again. Okay, and we don't have to change any of these values. Later you can tweak those if you want. Now we still need to get rid of the green before we can auto stretch it. We go to SNCR and we choose to get rid of the green. Okay, you see there? No, I'm fine. And sometimes stacks are red or blue, but most often they're green. Now we can hit auto stretch. And now we have to get rid of this background light pollution. We did it in my other one here, and this is what it got rid of right here. It got rid of all that light pollution. See that? That's what it extracted. And how we do that is we got to close dynamic crop. You should close all these. You should hit reset before you close on your targets. And now we're going to open dynamic background extraction. We're going to change some values here. We got to click on that. We're going to increase that to 1.500. We're going to go to generation. We're going to increase this to 20. And we'll increase the next one to 15. And we're going to go down here at target image correction. We're going to choose subtraction. And then we're going to hit generate. Now it creates all these boxes, which we have to go through and scrub. If it has a black star in it, we exit out. And if it has nebula in it, we exit out. We really should go here and just go ahead and X all these out that are in the nebula area. anything that might be in the nebula area, let's get rid of them first. Okay. And we're going to hit rewind. And then we want to scrub the image until we get clear images. Those we want to save. So we just advance to the next frame. And we delete that, and delete that, and we save that one. Until we end up with oh, I had it. I guess it's gone. Okay. We go through all these processes here, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll hit you really got to go through these processes. The more you scrub, the better. Just scrub that as best you can. Make sure it's not any near a star. You know, you can move them. You can move them around like that. That has a little bit of yellow in it, which means that's part of the nebula, so I'd probably get rid of that. You just want to scrub this image really well. And afterwards, you'll just hit execute. And when you do, it'll produce another image. And you can go and auto stretch that. I didn't go through and scrub this whole image, so it's not quite right. And it'll show you a mask of what it's removed. And it's removed all that. So what we finally end up with is this image here. We end up with this image here. That's dirty sensor. Which is a far cry from our original image of our original image. And you'll notice that this is so wonderful that if you were to open, this is the original stack from DSS without any processing. Let me hit undo. And this is after processing right here in just Pixinsight. And what you'll notice with this image, even just with a little bit of adjustment here, I like taking it into Raw Lab, but you'll notice that I like Raw Lab better. All the stars already are of different magnitude, different size. Pixinsight has done a lot just in those first couple of processes. And you can see what you can do with that. But you can also,
God, your room smells.
go through and do a lot of things to get rid of this bloating here of the stars. Like you can go to morphological transformation. You can get rid of that bloating. If you want to get rid of noise, one of the better ways to do it is through this process called multi-scale linear transformation. And it's kind of tricky. I suggest you use the light Vortex tutorial to learn these. Pretty much going to increase that to this down to 50%. I'll keep that at 3,000. Then the next layer, I'm going to bring it down to 2,000. And I'll bring this down to 50%. Iterations at 2. I'm going to bring it down to 1,000. Bring this down to 50. Iterations 2. Here I'm going to keep the iterations at 1. Bring it down to 500. And 50%. And then this should get rid of a lot of noise. Yeah, got rid of a lot of noise. Okay, and a lot of people they don't know how to export something. Well, I just cheat. I just go File, Save As. I choose a TIFF, and in this 9, because I already got some other ones in there. I'm going to save that. And what I do is from here, I like to open it. I mean, there's a lot more processes you can go through, a couple more hours worth. But if you want quick results, I'll just choose Save Again, and I'll just find it. Oh, there it is. And I'll right-click on it, and then I'll open with Adobe. And then I like to bring it in raw filter, and I'll just do that. And got some color issues going on here, but that's another thing. If you want better color, you go back into Pixinsight here, and there's an option that works really good. Sometimes it fails, but most often it works, and it's called photometric calibration. And you've got to choose the right ascension and declination. I think I've already got the Horsehead Nebula in here. Yeah, I did. I typed that in. Then you hit Get, and then it's failing on this one because I don't have something set right. I don't think I have the focal length. Most of the time it works, and when it works, it's really good. It's killer.